Aloha, Rich Albertson here. This is ITS128, and in this video I'm going to finish Chapter 4. So let me move myself out of the way here. Okay, so here we are. In the last video we went up to section 4.4 where we covered string formatting using the percent symbol. And so if we look at our playlist, can I see our, I think I was looking at our playlist here of the course, and that's how far we got here in this video. And so I'm making, I'm right now I'm making a video that finishes chapter 4. All right, so so we've 4.5 is the last thing we covered. I think this in the video we were up to 4. See. Oh, I want to apologize for the bad sound, bad audio. Looks like 4.42. Okay, great. So 4.5. Okay, so this is just another method that comes along with the string class. It's you have the quote. You quote a string, or it can be a variable. You quote a string, and it and then use the dot format or the dot notation to use the format method. And so here is the string, this burritos, whatever, that's the string, and then this is the method. And so we have this this replacement field, which is surrounded in curly braces, and in order, that's replaced with the value of the format arguments. So close this. So here, for example, we have number equals 6 and amount equals 32, and so this is the first one, which the value of that goes here, goes inside the first curly braces, and the value of amount goes in the second curly braces. So then this is what prints out. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. You can do this positional. There's options. You can do a positional replacement where inside the curly braces you put an index for the arguments. So you want the 0th index argument to go here, not first. You want it to go second, and so hat would go here, and the first one, which is this one, index number 1, goes here. Cat in the hat is fat, and so this is the way we just discuss inferred positional replacement. But then you can also do this. It looks like a dictionary where you declare variables basically. Okay, I have something. I have an animal which equals cat, and I have something called headwear which equals hat, and I have something shaped that equals fat. And then inside the curly braces you put the name of the variable. Okay, so that's how that works. So you can go through this and convince. And then also inside the curly braces, you can put a format for the argument. And so that starts with a colon followed by, this is a string, this is a decimal, and binary, and hexadecimal, and so on, exponential, and so on. This is two digits to the two digits to the right. It's 2 digits to the right of the decimal point. It's to the 100th place, like this. But this here, you can zero fill. So if you want, say, okay, I always want it to be 3 digits, and if the number is less than 100, in other words, if it's 2 digits or less, then zero fill it. Okay. All right. So here it reinforces that you know that, and you can also you can still do that. The positional and named replacement, because that would go on the left of the colon. Yeah. So to the right of the colon is a format. To the left of the colon is either just implied, in other words, you put nothing there, it's just implied formatting, positional replacement, or it's an index, or it's a named replacement. Okay, you can do that one. Here's a simple one. I'll just do one of them. Okay. So the name is Joe. Okay, so this is just really simple. You have the format. The argument is this thing, and so the value of that goes into where this would go. So it's my name is, but not that. You put the value is, and that's Joe. Enter. Okay, these are really straightforward. You can do that. Let's take a look at the last one. Students can't do this, but I can do this in this version. Okay, here we're simply using the named arguments, and so there's a thing called bird, and there's an adjective called big, and there's a color called green, and we want to put the adjective here, and we want to put the color here. The adjective is big, the color is green, and the thing is bird when we print it out. So it would be, what's the first one? Adjective big, space, green, space, bird, enter. All right, in this one, we're supposed to just write a single statement to print this, and no space between this, so I guess, they try to limit you. You can do print, something, comma, something, dot, let's use format, user, word, comma, user, number. Oh, you gotta close the print parentheses. So I see, so we're using, that this should work. Let's see if it works. All right, cool. All right, so, and this is real straightforward also. You just do these drop-down things. For Christmas, I got, I wonder. Gee, I can't decide. Well, it's this, obviously. So anyway, you can do those. All right, the next one is using dictionaries. And so here you have a mapping key component. Let's see what this looks like. So we have a dictionary on the other side of the percent sign. See, so we have this quoted string, percent, and then a dictionary type thing, or we can call them a mapping key, mapped keys or whatever. We have something called hour, which has the value 11, something called min, which has the value 2, and something called sec, which has this value. And this is how we want it to display out. This is where we put the hour. Let's see, this percent hour is this, a digit. Here, that's what it is. The value is hour, and it's a digit. And then the value is minute, and it's a zero fill 2-digit decimal number. And then the last one is, this indicates the last one, which is a floating point number. All right, so that's, you know, mapping keys. All right, so great. Now let's do a lab. All right, in this lab, we're supposed to read in a 10-digit number, and we're supposed to use integer division and integer and the modulo operation and display it out like this. So we're supposed to do it this way, where this is an integer, and this is an integer, and this is an integer, and this is an integer, okay? And we're supposed to derive these integers, these three integers, from this using divided by and percent, okay? So, so I'm going to start out with some sort of temporary value that I'm going to start. Phone number is equal to this temporary value. And this temporary value is the one that I'm going to operate on to get these integers from this integer. So now the first one is and then I'm going to call this one line number. This is called line number, and this is called prefix, and this is called area code, prefix, and line number. That's what I'm going to call them. So first of all, I'm going to figure out an area code equals something, and I'm going to have a prefix equals something, and I'm going to have a line number equals something. Okay, so the area code is going to simply be the lowest 4 digits, and so that's simply mod 10,000, mod 10000. So it's equal to temp mod 0000. Area code is now equal to, wait a minute, oops, not area code. This is line number. So I'm doing this backwards. I want to do line number first. Sorry. I want to do this be line number and this be area code, because that's how I'm going to derive them. Sorry. Okay, so this is what the line number is. Okay, so now I want to change temp. Now I want to change. So that's the trick I'm going to use. So I did mod 10,000 to get this, and then I want to divide by 10,000. So temp is now equal to just this, because I want to hack off the lower 4 and have temp just equal those 6 digits. And then I'll do the same thing again. I'll do mod, this time mod 1000 to hack off the 555, and that'll be the prefix, and then what's left will be the 800, and that'll be the area code. Okay, so I have to say temp equals temp integer divide 10,000. So now temp is now equal to, I'm going to do a comment over here, temp now equals 800 555, whereas here temp equals 800 555 1212. You see. So now temp equals that, and so now I'm going to do the same thing. Prefix is just the mod, prefix equals temp mod 1 followed by the number of digits that you want to, the lower number of digits, which would be 3 digits, so that's 1,000. So that will be 555, and now prefix is equal to 555, and then I want to so prefix is equal to this. That's what this does. And then I want to just hack off the bottom 555, so I just end up with the 800. And I can just go great, and I can just sort of, I can just say that this equals temp integer divide 1000. Okay, so temp is equal to that, and when I do the integer divide of 1000, then we just, we just get rid of the 555 and we end up with just 800. So that's what, and that's exactly what area code is. Okay, so this is my my result, and okay, so the format is tricky. You can use any of the formats, but don't use zero filled digits. Okay, and I'll show you why in a moment. So do something like print parentheses. I'm going to just do this positional. And end parentheses like that, space, the prefix, hyphen, the line number. And that's what I want to print. And I'm going to do, I'll use format. That's the first one we learn. Format, area code, comma, prefix. Oh, it should be prefix. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it. I just like it. Okay, prefix, comma, line number. Okay, so so I think this is the answer. Now, now this is actually a lab that I created, and when I created it, I created it. Well, anyway, it's a long story, but I didn't account for using the where you specify the number of digits in a decimal number. So don't account for that. So don't account for do not test for cases where any of the three parts begin with a 0. So in other words, don't do something like this, because I want to see that the 0 is not there. I want to see that this ends up being 808, 555, 123, because then that tells me that you're using integers. Because in the next problem in Lab 7.8, you use strings. And it's a lot easier with strings. Okay, so that's what my intent was here, but I forgot about the case where you can format with the leading zeros. Anyway, let's see if this works. Okay, so if we run this and we put in, it's waiting for a number now, 800 555 1212. And it outputs that. That's great. Now I also, if I go, let's run it again. Okay, let's do this one that it's not supposed to work. Let's do this one. Copy this. Let's see, is this going to work? I'm just going to put a space there. Paste. Paste. Okay, that. Okay, so I want it to display this, okay? And I'll show you why. So I'm going to submit for grading. And I got all the points, and see, does it show me the test case? Yeah, yes, here. Okay, so one of the test cases is the output should look like that. And that means that you did not, it means you're using integers, which is what I wanted you to use. But it means you did not use that zero the formatted so if we do a formatted thing, I think I'm going to try this. Is it colon 3D? Oh no, is it 03D? See, I never ever use it. So let me go up here. Let's do this one. It is D. Oh, 03D. Yeah, here it is. 03D. Yes. So 03D, and this would be colon 03D, and this is colon 04D. Okay. Let's see what this does when I run it. Run it, and I do, 80855500123, and it looks correct. Now, if I submit this for grading, see, I got 5 off. Okay, so all right, so my bad. The trouble is, I can't go in and change this because there's a bunch of you who've already done it. A bunch of you overachievers have already gone in and done a bunch of labs already, and good for you. So I can't go in and change. So just know that don't do this leading zero notation. Okay, don't do that. Just, well, I think you could just get rid of all that. Get rid of all that. Don't do any kind of thing like that. And then if we submit for grading, then we get all the points. Anyway, all right, so let's do the second one here. And so here we're supposed to do the same thing, except we're supposed to use character indexing. So we read in the phone number, and we can just say area code equals phone number. Is it like 0 to 3 or something like that, maybe? Prefix equals phone number 3 to 6, and line number equals phone number 6 to 10, I guess. Is that what it is? I don't know. I get these indexes all mixed up too. And I do print, same thing. This. Let's go over here, space, this, hyphen, this, over there, dot, format, area code, prefix, line number, and let's try. Is this right? That just seems a little too easy. Let's see. Okay, so it's waiting for me. 800-555-1212. Okay, very good. So let's submit for grading. And I got all the points. All right, so I've finished chapter 4, and there won't be a class on Tuesday. There will not be a class on Tuesday for you in-class folks, not February 11th, I won't hold a class in Copico, but I will record Chapter 5 probably around that day, and I'll post it up. All right? Thanks for watching.